Okay, so I'm just gonna explain a little bit about the mechanics of a basket. So if you're doing a basket, all you really need is a simple black bucket or bucket of any sort. And then I kind of put a lot of chicken wire in there. You don't really need to tape it or anything, but I probably have like 2 layers of chicken wire, and that's really just like what's gonna give your hydrangea or whatever you're putting in there like some really good structure, and also like allow you to use less of it because you're just using what you need. Like you don't need to use the hydrangea as structure for the other hydrangea because that's just more money. Yeah, and then this is like the finished product. You can see like I have like air here and air here because I'm able to make that because I used chicken wire. Yep, that's baskets. Okay, for Soph's wedding, she is doing monofloral bouquets, which are basically like one type of flower for each bouquet, and then her bouquet is like everything. So I just kind of wanted to, they're very simple and very easy and super quick to make, and they're also just beautiful, and it's like I love them. It's a really fun trend that's going around. So while it is simple, it's sometimes the flowers can get hard to work with, and so it doesn't look like, so like delphinium, you don't want them to all look like just a stick. Like that's pretty, but it all looks the same height, and it looks like I'm gonna sweep your house with this. So there's a couple, and like hydrangea also are pretty simple, but there's just like, you just gotta arrange them to look like this. Anyways, let me figure out what I'm gonna explain about that because there's not much to explain. Okay, so as I'm kind of building this, I want to have short and tall pieces, so I'm kind of like going through my stack here. This is about 16, 17 stems. I might need more. I don't know if I will. I want to keep them kind of smaller because I need that for other stuff. But what I'm going to do is pick the product that has like the least amount, or like these buds are like browning a little bit, so I'm going to pick those off and kind of make those the short stems so I can have like pretty ones. I'm kind of building like front to back. I'm making the front look good, adding height, but nothing is really going to be at the same height. I want it to all look like it's at different heights. Yeah, these are rounded. And I kind of want to make it round, but also have some like interest, so when the bridesmaids walking down the aisle, there's going to be some like stuff coming out, and it's not just like straight up like a stick. This one has a nice bend to it, so you could wire these, but I did not wire these because I think they're fine. I just got this. No, but I think they're okay. They're not gonna break. Yeah, and something else about like, I don't want any buds where my hand's gonna be, because that just kind of like messes with the ribbon and everything, so I make sure that like this is a really clean area. So the ribbon can sit nicely like right here. Oh, and then, while I'm making these, I have an army of tape here, so I can just pick up really easily. Not to mess have it. Okay, I definitely meant to film more of this, but I just want to talk about the mechanics of like a ground piece or a ceremony piece. Basically, I have a vessel here. Vessel, I don't really know. It's like a tray of ceramic. You can get plastic ones from probably like Hobby Lobby, or you just use a plastic bowl from Walmart, like a dinner plate. That's what you use it from. And then I have floral foam. You can also get it at Hobby Lobby or something. And just like fill the bucket with water and you drop the foam in the water and then you let it soak. Don't like try and submerge it or anything. You just like let it, the water seep through so the water gets through like all of the foam. And then I added chicken wire on top and just like fold it over the edges. And then I take waterproof tape and like crank it down. You can squish the foam, doesn't matter at this point. And yeah, that's pretty much, that's it. And I am doing it all the way around because I will be covering the bases of these because they're going to be like on top of some pedestals, so like this will all be covered so you can't see the tape and you can't see this either. But if you are wanting to see a little bit of like the vessel, then you just do one over and then you tape the side. That's that. Okay, a little bit sunburned. Anywho, tying bouquets is super fun. So I have ribbon that's like my arm's length, just in case. For normal bouquets, I would do your arm's length because they normally have like a thicker neck, I guess. But these have really thin necks because they're just one flower. So, you don't really need probably this much, but so what I'm going to do is shiny side up. And every bouquet should kind of have a front. If it doesn't, it's fine. It's just around. But you look for the front after. I basically just place my thing here. I bring it around like this. And then I choose to hold it here and pull tight this way. And then wrap it. I would do like not the ribbon like right on top of each other. I kind of like bring it down a little bit so you can see like those, like where you've already wrapped. So it just kind of looks a little cleaner if you just didn't wrap it once. And then I kind of just go until I like the way that this looks up here and this looks up here. And then you want to find your front. So I believe this is the front. Yeah, so I just like look at the sides. So then basically you can hold, I'd say hold your thumb where you think the back of it is. And then I just leave like an inch, chop it, and then fold these guys under like this, and then fold it to where the line is in the back of the bouquet. And then you take corsage pins that are like a little bit shorter, a little whatever pin you want to use. And you go and you press up. So I'm starting at the top. I'm going to do 3 of these pins. So I'm pressing up and like into the bouquet. Because if you go straight across, maybe like if your stems are really short or thin, then like hit it right. So I go up. And I just do 3. You probably don't need 3, but I think it looks cute. So when the bridesmaids carry their bouquets, you always tell them or make sure that you guys remember to, the pins are at the back. So when you're carrying your bouquet, you hold with your thumbs on the pins and you hold here. You don't want anybody, I always say like, hold it at your belly button, don't hold it right here because you can't like see your face. You hold it down and forward. It's like the flower's best view and it's your best view. Okay, that's my story. I would also say, depending on the bouquet, to cut your stems short, but on like day of, you can cut your stems short. I don't like, because like this is how it's gonna be hitting. If you want it down, you kind of don't want to see the stems. Depends on like what look you're going for, but I normally cut till about like right there. So I'd cut like another inch off day of. So I forgot to video again, whoops. But I'm just making ranunculus boutonnieres. So very like cutie, simple. They're not very different than the tulip ones, but I kind of already started them, but basically wire everything. Like wire this guy, wire the ranunculus, wire this, and then you stem wrap it like I showed in the tulip one. There's nothing much different with them. You just have to like, with the wire, you like pinch the head and pull it forward. And if you're doing these, you absolutely have to wire because they break so easily, so easily. Yeah. I guess the only tip for these would just to be like bending the head forward a little bit already, so that when it sits flat, and then it's not just like straight up like that. So you want it to sit flat like this. That's it. I kind of just wanted to quickly demonstrate how to wire ranunculus, because they need to be wired. They are very flimsy, like same as delphinium, like I showed in Sadie's video. But anywho, they're tubular. I still don't know if that's the right word. But what I do is they normally have cute buds, and I save those for boutonnieres or bud vases of any kind. You can even save the greenery too, it's cute as well. And then, this time instead of going up from the bottom, you go through the head. And so I'm just kind of like trying to weave in so I don't go straight through the petals, but try and find the center, kind of go in at an angle. So my fingers are here, and I'm just trying to like find a spot to guide my wire through. It'll most likely like pop out the other side like that. So you just pull it in and then guide it through the middle of the stem. And it should be pretty easy once you get to a point. So like, it's pretty easy right now. But once you get through, you can just slide it through. And it will stop at one point if it like sticks into a part of the stem, but yeah. And then you just snip off the end, and you can push the wire down if you need to a little bit more, but it hides pretty well in there. Like you can't tell, but now like it's super sturdy, and you can bend it, you can, do whatever you'd like with it, because now it has wire. That's it.